So our next slide is diagnosed as acute salpingitis, which entails acute inflammation of what organ? Okay, acute inflammation of the salpin, which is the other name of the uterine tube also. Now, characteristic of the regular histology of the fallopian tube is the papillary infoldings of the mucosa and the finger-like projections of the mucosa towards the lumen. So, however, this fallopian tube is already inflamed. Let us examine the leukocytic infiltrate so that we will be able to characterize further the nature of this inflammation. Okay, so those are the leukocytic infiltrates. Are they displaying the same type or the same appearance of nucleus? Can you consider them as mononuclears? No. So there is pleomorphism in their nuclei, especially that cell pointed, and then that cell pointed also. Those cells are the polymorphonuclears or the neutrophils. If the predominant leukocytic infiltrate is the neutrophils or are the neutrophils, the inflammation should be called acute or chronic? Okay, acute. So the infection that has developed in this fallopian tube must have been very severe, causing the erosion already of the mucosa or the epithelium of the mucosa. What is the characteristic epithelium of the fallopian tube? Simple columnar. Ayan. So that portion of the slide shows us a remnant of the epithelium of the fallopian tube. Those structures projecting from the surface are the cilia. Okay, we will not be able to see the leukocytic infiltrates at the lumen, at the mucosa, but also at the muscular layer also, including the muscular layer. So those dots are actually the neutrophils infiltrating the smooth muscle layer of the fallopian tube already. Now, what is the complication that may develop to the owner of that fallopian tube? Okay, infertility. So, if left untreated, that inflammation will lead into chronicity. And then what are the features of chronic inflammation? Scarring, fibrosis and scarring. So, the regular mucosa will be replaced by scar tissue, and then let us remember that the function of the cilia is to propel, okay, to aid in the movement of the egg cell and the sperm cell so that they will be able to meet each other in gender.
The most common cause of salpingitis is gonorrhea. Still rampant, you have to be careful. Boys and girls.
So, okay, if that infection extends from the fallopian tube to the ovaries, how will you now call the condition? Which may result into the development of an abscess in the pelvic area. Okay, tubo-ovarian abscess, and then the clinical condition is called pelvic. Okay, pelvic inflammatory disease. How will you characterize the appearance of the blood vessels? Okay, that is the characteristic appearance of a congested blood vessel. Now, as you can notice, the tissues, the connective tissues in the serosa of the fallopian tube are already away from each other, indicating that water has already accumulated. Now, what is the cause for the development of edema in that portion? Water. Very good. Increased vascular permeability in inflammation. Can you cite a cytokine or a inflammatory chemical that will cause an increase in the permeability of the blood vessels.
Tumor necrosis factor.
Prostaglandins, glucotrienes.